first. And I'm interested to see how he utilizes this against Pharaoh coming up to this next set in winner's side.
Okay, so we're gonna be just going on straight to winners final, Synnister against Pharaoh. So Ken/Ryu, I mean FG characters against a Yoshi. What we can expect from this matchup? It's quite a weird matchup because I am actually not accustomed to commentate this matchup at all. So we're gonna be playing catch up just like Pitaya did last set.
You know, it does look as though we are starting out slowly, and Pharaoh, however, going to be
Yeah.
getting the upper hand. We saw the focus coming out from Synnister, utilizing the Ryu for this matchup. So going to be seeing the Ryu and a quick fair spike from Pharaoh, actually going to be taking game number 1. Not a scratch on him either.
Yeah, so I think I am actually okay with the Ryu pick so far, because Shakunetsu, one of the best projectiles in the game, at least for me. He can actually do that to break probably Yoshi's double jump armor. So far you have to play slow, but nope. Pharaoh is not letting Synnister play slow. He's going at it with those nairs, with those fairs, and what we saw the first stock, I mean, it was quite of a lightning stock. So I don't know how Synnister can go back up from this.
I mean, I think that he's going to try to make it work. Those down tilts coming out from Pharaoh, and yet another grab. That is another grab that we've seen from Synnister that he's been able to get out of Pharaoh in his aerials. It was a nair, it was a fair in which he was able to grab him, and that is great to see. Grabbing him at the ledge too from the neutral getup. So it seems that Synnister has gotten these on lock. However, he needs to maybe quicken the tempo a bit if he wants to be able to take another stock and bring himself back into the running, because currently he is very close to a kill percent.
Yeah, I mean, at the start he was playing catch up. Watch it! A clash between a backer and an up smash. So far, Synnister killing or taking Pharaoh's first stock with 124%. So far, he has to tank this stock. And no tech zone, tech check, you failed. So far, Synnister on his last leg so far in this first game from Winners Finals. Let's see what he can bring to the table, because Synnister, I think he has to play very slowly against Pharaoh. You have to take your time, take your measurements, take your space with those Shakunetsu. So far, that's nice down to the Shakunetsu, double Shakunetsu, that's going to be enough. And let's situation, let's see how he's going to bring it up. And yeah, that's what you told me on this first game. He's actually getting those neutral getups unlocked. So yeah, so far so good, and I actually think he can bring this back.
I'm very happy to see that he was able to utilize it to take a stock with absolutely beautiful from Synnister. Now, trying to find yet another opening at 92%, he does need to play very carefully, and Pharaoh knows this. That is why he is going for those up airs. It looks as though Synnister just trying to find something. Pharaoh struggling to land off of the upper platform. The up tilt into down air, not enough to take the stock, but the Tatsu coming out, trying to get back onto the ledge and keep Pharaoh at bay. It looks as though Synnister is still playing patiently, looking for an opening. Pharaoh air dodging away in order to land, to try to keep his spacing. Shakunatsu's coming out and going to get hit with the egg lay. There is the grab, trying to get him, and there it is. Going to be that first game going to Pharaoh. Now, I will say that was a hard-fought set. Synnister had a lot to come back from, and he very nearly took that game. So, hats off to him. However, Pharaoh still able to find that moment of truth, the clutch factor coming out in his favor as he was able to take game number 1.
Yeah, so far, I thought Synnister was actually playing catch up, as I told you before, but no, it seems like he actually got the hang of the matchup very, very quickly. So he already knows what he can do, what he has to do. So yeah, that was a nice focus attack. Sadly, the stars on those Yoshi's side down B, it's gonna be enough to break the focus armor. So yeah, so far we can see a more refreshed Synnister, more locked in.
I'm really happy to see that Synnister, unlike Yeast, is grabbing Pharaoh. He's not letting him shield for free at all. That's not meant to be a dig, but I'm just saying that this is something that Pharaoh was allowed to do in a previous set, and now Synnister is finding his timing and actually able to get a whole lot of the grabs. Beautiful focus in order to avoid the down air from Pharaoh. Synnister.
Watch it. Up
Sinister
smash out of
takes
shield.
number 1.
Yeah, up smash out of shield coming from Synnister. That's weird. That's the move you can see from a Yoshi, but from a Ryu, up smash out of shield. That's the first for me at least. So let's see what these both players can do because Synnister is looking a little bit more comfortable. But as I say that, Pharaoh with an air is going to be more than enough to take the first Synnister stock on this second game so far. Because yeah, Synnister just playing more cautiously. You can see he's playing a little bit more slow, but no, that's quite the air that she's gonna be in more than enough. Yeah, a B. It's gonna bring Pharaoh back. We can see an ledge situation. Let's see. So far, it's nothing more than just a down tilt to Tatsu Pro.
Yeah, I mean, so far it looks as though Synnister might be looking for him to use his shield. However, Pharaoh not going to be doing it until he gets right up close, missing his up smash, and instead the stock going to be going to Synnister.
Yeah. So we can see a little bit of a callback from Pharaoh's last set. We saw G's just landing on Pharaoh's shield on aerials. Now we can see the other side turn around. Pharaoh landing in Synnister's shield so far, and he's getting punished because of it. So, how the tables have turned, right?
Yeah, you know, I mean, sometimes you can. It's your turn to get a little hot-headed when you're playing, and then lose your patience. Beautiful mash out of shield from Synnister, and then being able to get the Shoryu. What an excellent game number 2 from Synnister in a 2-stock as well.
Yeah, so we're one apiece, right?
Yeah, it's 1-1 right now.
Okay. Yeah, so far Synnister made the corrections needed just to take this second game, and we saw it on a classic Ryu fashion. I'm not gonna say it was a stomp, but it was dominant. It was actually dominant. The way your Synnister conditioned Pharaoh to do whatever he wanted him to do, right?
Absolutely. And you can see he is taking out the green Yoshi. Whenever Pharaoh takes the green Yoshi, he is trying to channel his inner confidence, his inner peace. So that is exactly what he needs to find his patience once again if he wants to win back this set. Synnister, though, doesn't want to let that happen, and he is going to try to condition him if he can get away from the ledge. But Pharaoh doesn't seem to want to let that happen.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, now the first game was Pharaoh's territory, the second one was Synnister, Mark. But this third game, it looks very, very close. No, they're playing a tug of war with this third game. They both know they need this third game, so you can have the counter pick advantage. But that was a Tatsu that actually hit Pharaoh the other way. But no, you don't want to see that. Yep. Shoryu
he was still able to get back with the Shoryu, so good for Synnister. But that was a beautiful, grab from Pharaoh, and it is going to be the Tatsu to take that stock right from the center of the stage. So Synnister going to be coming in with the lead, but that Nair could possibly be close to the end, able to get back from the ledge. However, it is going to be the down B from Pharaoh to take that stock.
Yeah, so far so good on both players in this third game. So yeah, there's gonna be some quite a bit of Shakunetsu's coming from Synnister. He wants to ice out this matchup so far. He doesn't want to get hot-headed just like Pharaoh did last game. So yeah, both players are just playing landing aerials so far, but we can see that Synnister is not going not going to take this game plan so far. He's going to down tilt Shakunetsu's. That's more than enough for him, because if you get 2 down tilts into Shakunetsu's, you're gonna get easily 30% minimum.
Beautiful as well, which can lead to a pretty quick Shoryu if Pharaoh is not careful. However, it does seem to be that Synnister is looking to try to elongate his advantage state as much as possible. Underneath these platforms, Pharaoh finding himself off stage, and now just finding himself trapped. That is going to be Synnister's stock at only 76%. He can hold on to this.
I mean, he has to, because if you get Pharaoh some time to breathe, you're gonna get a bad time, so you don't want to get that. So far, they're playing catch-up so far. The cat and mouse games, both players are just going at it. Nice roll-up coming from Synnister to avoid the down B. That was going to be a shield break for sure. Going for the tech chase right there, Synnister with the back air. That's not going to be enough. Another focus attack trying to catch up a stray air dodge coming from Pharaoh, but Nothing so far. Synnister reads have been on point, but not enough. Watch it, watch it. That was probably the last thing we could see on Pharaoh on this third game, Pharaoh. Wow, watch it.
Absolutely. And just watching for the F smash, but it is going to be the Shoryu to take that game away from Pharaoh where he stood. All it takes is one read like that at the very last moment. Synnister having his reads on lock against Pharaoh as well. As you pointed out earlier, you know, he was able to look for the down B and then instead roll away. He would have gotten his shield broken for sure, but Synnister definitely knows what Pharaoh wants right now and is able to condition him into finding even some of these panic options that would have worked if he hadn't, maybe if he were playing a bit more patiently. However, Synnister having a bit of a lead now, able to play a bit more with his time.
Yeah, I mean, I like the way Synnister plays this matchup actually, because on first sight you can see him like going at it, just scrapping it out against Pharaoh, but you blink and and then you see Synnister on the other side of the stage just throwing shakunetsus. He's trying to throw Pharaoh off his game. So yeah, I mean it's working so far because Synnister is up 2 games against 1 from Pharaoh, and that's what I can see. Down tilt to shakunetsu. That's gonna be enough? Not gonna be enough. Upper to Shoryu. Probably the second hit of upper could have been better for him instead of just the first one. But yeah, you don't wanna take those risks instead of on winter finals. You don't wanna take risks that much.
Not to that extent.
What?
However, the fair up smash is actually going to be what takes the stock, but Synnister getting his lick back pretty quickly, and now bringing us back down to even. The downer coming out from Pharaoh in order to put some pressure onto Synnister's shield. Down tilt into Nair, actually clanking with the fair and actually avoiding the F smash as well. The Shakunetsu is coming out from Synnister in order to pressure Pharaoh while he's off stage, attempting to land and actually trying to find, staying away, keeping his distance while the down B is out from Pharaoh.
Yeah, what I like coming from Synnister actually, it's that he plays outside of the platform's range from Pharaoh, because Pharaoh actually is used now to use the platforms on Pokemon Stadium just to do the landing aerial. So Synnister just playing in the center of the Pokeball, on the red side of the Pokeball actually, just outside of Pharaoh's aerial range. So he can punish, but you can't punish that fair to upper Pearl because that's what you're gonna get.
That is absolutely it. And you know, platforms can actually be pretty advantageous to a Shoto as well, especially when he's looking for his Shoryu confirms. However, he's opting to not go for those as much so that Pharaoh doesn't have his confirmed up tilt into up.
Watch it.
Going to get that. Doesn't even need to get it from the upper platform. That was enough for the stock to be gone. At 78% though, Synnister needs to play very patiently.
Wow, watch it. Both players just threw their gameplays out of the window. Right now they're both scrapping it out. And if we're talking about scrapping it out, of course it's gonna be Pharaoh with the green Yoshi. As you said before, the green Yoshi means inner confidence, and it's safe to say he actually got it.
He did get the fair spike at exactly the moment he needed. It was just a little bit of slip of concentration from Synnister that was able to give him that window of chance. And really, it just shows you that you need to be playing with your mind open as much as possible for as long as possible, because that was just one stock that Pharaoh lost, however, or that Synnister lost rather, but it was so important that he just let himself get caught off guard like that. So it does look as though Yoshi is going to be trying to take that energy into this game 5.
Yeah. So far, we're actually watching Pharaoh just locked in right now, because we can see 102 in the first 30 seconds of the game. So watch it. We can see a new and refreshed Pharaoh now, because Synnister is looking a little bit of comfortable on this matchup so far. Watch it. That was a nice down tilt going from a tech chase, but that was a missed tech chase. Is there going to be a Nair? No, the tattoo coming out before the Nair could. So yeah, he has 100%. 120%, and he needs just one jab just to convert to Shoryu. So yeah, both of these players are at the last interaction from them.
Yeah, you can see them both just looking for any sort of up tilt or jab coming their way. You can see look for any possible opening that he can, sitting in shield for just a while and actually finding the back air. And that is going to be Pharaoh's stock to take way off stage from Synnister. Now at 102%, Pharaoh knows that he has to hold on to this lead if he wants to get anything. However, Synnister doesn't look like he wants to let that happen. As Pharaoh goes to the center of the stage, we are finding the Shakunetsus and actually looking for the up tilts. It will not be the Tatsu just yet, but some Shakunetsus off stage to try to stall out Pharaoh. It does look as though that is not going to be the stock either. He is really holding on to this. That is the stock gone, however. And at only 25%, it's still doable for Synnister.
He fought for it. We saw three kill sparks and none of them got it so far. Yeah, Synnister has to fight for it very, very hard just for it. And let's see if we can get some juggle situations. Nothing so far. 75 against 35, 45 and counting. So yeah, we can see that Pharaoh gets the openings very, very quickly. On contrary of Synnister, who gets very few openings, but whenever he gets the openings, he lets it rip with the damage.
That was very good of Pharaoh to send out the egg lays as he saw Synnister charging his down smash. So very good from him to be able to have that foresight. And it looks as though Pharaoh wants to take the lead where he can, but the Shoryu won't let him, thanks to Synnister, who was lying in wait at the center of the stage.
Okay, let's see if Synnister can close it out, or we're gonna see Pharaoh taking this to last dog. He has to. Right now it's make it or break it. You just have to go all out. This is do or die also for Pharaoh. So nice crouching coming out, and yeah, up to upper. That's the last stock on this fifth game, Pearl. So who wanted more?
That's honestly the pace that we need to find. At 100%, Pharaoh does need to play a careful game, but as such a heavy character, he will have so much advantage with his rage, especially as a character who likes to send his opponent upwards, but able to get off of the ledge. That is his first challenge. And as we find ourselves at the center of the stage, Synnister looking for his potential sunrise, and off stage, the focus online. The Tatsu coming out as well, 129%. Pharaoh has to land so patiently as he finds the center stage. It is going to be the shield coming out from Synnister rather. The Tatsu jumping over it, but putting himself in a bad spot on the upper platform. Not going to get punished for it yet, but with full rage, Synnister just needs to find one landing aerial, and it is going to be Synnister taking game number 5 over Pharaoh.
Wow. I mean, I'm actually at a loss of words right now. That was actually bonkers, that last stock. Both were actually scrapping it out too. They had their game plans at the start of the set, and right now at the end of the set, both of them were like, you know what? F it, we're just gonna go all out. We're balling, we got this. And they both came out swinging. And at the end of the day, it was Synnister who swinged the harder.
Yeah, that final stock really felt, to use your words, balling to the walling, like just completely throwing every game plan out of the bag. That was what got them to game number 5. But at that moment, all they saw was victory. Either one of them, really. And looking at stats really quickly, I do want to say that Synnister has the very smallest lead over Pharaoh in their set count. So it's actually 12-10.
That's...
That being said, I think that Synnister getting his game wins early on was really big for him, because although Pharaoh tried to pull it back, you could see that he was still at a loss for patience and for time. So I was very happy to see that that was a quick advantage state taken, and also I think it was a big mental hurdle for Pharaoh to overcome. Even with his newfound patience and time that he was able to dedicate to taking more games, he still had a lot to overcome in order to get back to where Synnister was. So good on Synnister for starting that, and good to Pharaoh for being able to catch up, but it was Synnister's set to win in the end.
Yeah, both players just were out there, and as you said it, yeah, Sinister taking the early wins was actually key to this because the adaptation game on both players was actually insane. We saw how Sinister was actually punishing Pharaoh's landing aerials, and then we actually saw Sinister actually taking giving Pharaoh a taste of his own medicine with those up smash at his shields and also the tech chases and trying to ice out the tempo of the match with those shakunetsus. And then we saw just Pharaoh just going, you know what? Yeah, we're balling. We're just going out swinging. We're gonna throw some arrows, hoping to take Synnister on a uncomfortable situation. And yeah, I mean, at the end, both players just let go of all those inhibitions and just went out there and went for the kill. Luckily for Synnister, or unfortunately for Pharaoh, Synnister was the one with the better kicks, you know.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that, Glitched. Beautiful set to see, and I'm really glad that we were able to have such a hard-fought set in
Yep.
winners finals.
Yeah.
Glancing at
Mhm. Okay.
will be Justin Byleth and Ob McBob. Ob McBob has been on the come up recently as a Toon Link player, going against Justin Byleth, who I presume will be playing Byleth rather than Steve, but that'll be for the set to decide.
I mean, the matchups will make the talk so far because yeah, Toonlink, a character that I'm actually very accustomed to see here in Mexico. We got one of the best Toonlinks in Mexico, and also I don't think of the world so far. His name is Ang. He actually brings out the very bonkers combo. So I'm actually getting high hopes from this Toon Link player, and also Justin Byleth. Just as you said, probably it's gonna be Byleth, or it's gonna be the Byleth just in the tag because it's gonna be a Steve. I mean, who knows? Who knows, right? Because the matchups at the end of the day will make the talk.
Yep. So we have this set in order to determine losers finals, and then whomever is the winner of that set gets to fight Synnister in our grand finals. And actually, it's been quite a while since I've seen Synnister in grand finals in a set that I've gotten to commentate, so I'm very happy about that with his improvement and all that he's been able to accomplish in his time as as a recently PR player. Not I think his first PR was 2024. And has been a staple of it since. But Justin Byleth and Ob McBob, Justin Byleth being another PR player from the region versus Ob McBob, who is an up-and-comer. So